And we live. Welcome back, nerds and turds, to another live stream repair. We've got Jacobs that we've been working on the past few days here with no bass, and well, we're tapping out on trying to figure out what's causing the issue on their amplifier, but we've got another parts pod here that we're going to be grabbing the amp for and getting Jacob some bass back. So let's get started. Running out of room here. There you go. That's the stuff. Okay. Here we have a parts pod. We don't really need to worry about any mesh to get dirty, so we don't need the Lazy Susan and roll of tape to keep it up. We'll just... Actually, no, the Lazy Susan's holding Jacob's actual HomePod right now, so we'll just leave it on there and do this. Oh yeah, where's my progress bar? And where's my multimeter? Oh. Okay. So, our multimeter here has a USB to serial connection, or sorry, serial to USB connection actually, to our PC that runs to some PC Link software that displays what's shown on our meter there. But Windows likes to update the driver for it to some random garbage version, and it breaks the compatibility. So here's how I fix that. If you also have the Inferider YF-90 EPC or any other multimeter that happens to use a similar USB to serial interface to connect to your PC, display capture, here we go. So here's how we fix that. Transform, fit to screen, there we go. So here we see our ports. It's going to show up as a COM device, or basically a serial device. We're just going to right click that, uninstall device, attempt to remove the driver for this device. And I know it's updated because it says PL2303TA do not support Windows 11 or later. Please contact your supplier. And of course, when you go to the manufacturer of this device, they give you a driver that does exactly this. So if you uninstall and remove the driver, and then we unplug the meter, plug it back in, and then we look at our ports again, we just see we've got the Prolific USB to serial COM port, just the generic driver that it defaults with. And then when we click start, it won't work because we gotta set the port. It's on COM3, we can see that over here. There we go. Now we've got our meter back. Excellent. Okay. Oh yeah, and our progress. Let's get that fixed. we need to go to our OBS settings, refresh the cache, refresh that, change the settings again. Oh, my PC restarted. Nice, 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 nice. There we go. We are rocking. So the plan here is we will grab our good amp from this HomePod for parts. We're going to give it a new Schottky barrier diode because we don't want to worry about the original one being part of that known bad batch of them and causing no power. Even if it's not got a date code that indicates that, we're going to give it a new diode. And then we'll see if it's got any other issues before we put Jacob's HomePod back together with it. I left my flathead in the living room. Let me go grab that. Okay, flathead acquired. As if we really even needed it, it seems. This one's coming apart really nice. Nice, drink to that. Let's let the Discord nerds know we're streaming. Every time that I reopen Discord, it asks me to log in now. I understand because of all the hackery going on, but at the same time, ugh. Okay. It honestly, it keeps me from using it half the time. Let's see if it actually logs in. It's just sitting there spinning. Discord, please. Nice. We are in. Okay. Discord server has been notified. If the notifications are as broken on YouTube for you as they are most other people, then feel free to join the Discord. And whenever I remember to, I post a link to the live stream whenever we do stream in the announcements channel. I'll probably make like a dedicated live stream channel for that. But, yeah, feel free to join over there and talk about HomePods or really anything. That's discord.gg/track44. Track the word, 44 the number. Okay. Does this thing have a good bass speaker? Yes, it does. We've got ourselves a reusable subwoofer. Those are getting hard to come by. I've got way more broken subs than I do working ones these days. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. I'm looking at 26 dead subwoofers on the shelf alone. There's probably a few more scattered throughout the house, being used as various doorstop-esque items. I figured if they can't be used as bass speakers, they'll be at least used for something. I've used some of them to weigh HomePod shells down in water whenever I'm dyeing them. They make great door stops, of course. Anger management. If you're ever feeling like you just need to smash something, you can just grab a busted subwoofer off the shelf and go throw it on the patio in the backyard. I actually had at work we had like a box of a bunch of old hard drives. Most of them were dead, and they were just gonna pay somebody to come by and pick them up and take them to e-waste for them. And I was like, no, I'll take that. And they were like, okay, here you go. So I came home with like, I don't know, it was like 50, 60 at least hard drives, and ended up with a few that were actually still within warranty, and I was able to get replaced. A few still worked just fine, but the majority of them were completely busted. I ended up setting up some dominoes with them. And then, of course, nothing beats chucking a hard drive across the street. Hey, Tony's here. Welcome to the stream. Nice to see you back. Hope all is well. Okay. We don't need this anymore. We put that on the shelf for parts. Still got some good stuff in there. Tweeter speakers, microphones, microphone board, power cable, plastic shell itself. I mean, we've probably got a dozen or so of those sitting around, but when we finally get our shop online, we'll have plenty of those for sale for a really good price just to get rid of a few. Okay, so here's our candidate for a replacement amplifier board. We're just giving it a quick visual inspection before we power it up and give it a test and see if there is anything wrong with it. We're going to give it a new Schottky barrier diode because I do see this one has a date code of 1746K. And it is still currently working at the moment, but we are going to give it a new one because that date code does tend to fail. Everything else looks good. So I'm curious, really to see if this still has good filters or not. So we're going to power it up before we do anything to it, because that way, if we do need to replace anything, we'll go ahead and do it while we are giving it a new Schottky barrier diode for that no power issue. Otherwise, if we don't find anything wrong with this, we'll just give it a new diode and then put it together. So, what's it got? Alright, this amp sounds good, looks excellent. We've got less than 5 millivolts of offset there. Looks like it's hanging out at around 2 to 3. Excellent result. So, like I was saying, let's give this a new Schottky barrier diode, so that way this old original one with a date code that we know fails does not fail. And then we gotta deal with shipping it back to us to get it fixed. No one likes going back and forth. We'll stick that in the pile of boards we can't figure out. Oh yeah, the fact that this when warm, no base. So not sure, would really like to solve that because I've got two like that, and then I recently had somebody in our Discord server hit us up about one with that problem too, and we have not been able to figure it out. Okay. New Schottky barrier diode time. Here's the original 1746K. Let's get our heat on and give it a new one. Give it up. do it. We don't need to bother testing this. I'll take the L if we put this back together and find out I goofed up a totally working amplifier board. But let's get this put back together. Ooh. Almost forgot the power supply. Hello? Oh yeah, you guys want to see a cool trick? Boom, cameras. Whenever anything interesting happens outside, I can just pop that up on the screen and we can watch together now. Be it crackheads running up the street, yelling bloody, screaming murder, or screaming bloody murder, or homeless guy trying to siphon gas out of my vehicle. 7 a.m. on a Sunday. You never know what you'll catch on your cameras. Isn't that right?
What?
Isn't that correct?
What's correct? I want to
Chill.
know before I agree.
What?
I want to know before I agree.
You'll just have to watch my live stream to find out.
This old lady's grumpy.
Give me the views.
She's a grumpy.
Tell her
Just stop.
deal with it.
Hi. You having a good time?
She's still learning how to deal with it.
Yeah, she's barely holding on to something. Sitting with it. There you go. I'm here for you. Say goodbye.
Bye. I caught a guy peeing in my planter box by my car once. God. That reaction, unfortunately, I'm not surprised. There's this YouTube channel that just has clips of their security cameras of people messing around in their parking spot in what appears to be some sort of downtown area. So, of course, you know, people are going to park where they shouldn't, park what they shouldn't where they shouldn't, park too long, or pee instead of park. And I mean, there's signs all over the place that, like, you're on camera, this, that, and people, like, look at the camera while they're peeing and they're like, Like, man, I did dumb stuff as a kid, but I didn't do that kind of dumb stuff as a kid. I did dumb stuff like setting my lawnmower on fire and jumping our truck and throwing computers into ditches and blasting our brains out with decommissioned X-ray machines at the recycling center. Not realizing what we're playing with as we're flipping the on-off switch on the thing. What's this do? Bleep, bleep. A little bit of hair falls out every time. Okay, Jacob. Of course, if you guys recall from a few days ago when we were testing Jacob's HomePod here, his base works off the bat, but it dies after a few minutes slowly. Not like immediately, but it like kind of like gets quieter and quieter over time. So we're gonna sanity check that everything still works and this was put together fine here. And then I'm going to leave it powered up on the bench overnight just to make sure that everything still works fine throughout the night with a bit of extended testing to make sure everything is good to go.
I'm having trouble connecting to the internet.
Very good.
I'm having trouble.
Very good, very good. So it looks like Jacob's all good to go. But we won't know until we test this more thoroughly overnight. So let's set that to the side and go ahead and move on to the next ones. Looks like we've got 2 from Scott. I think we'll be able to get through one of Scott's tonight before we end our stream. Let's find their email and check and see. Wow, okay, 2 HomePods that went kaput on me. Both of them stopped turning on. Interesting. This isn't the first time we've had this happen with people where they like do software updates or something and that diode just gives up. Here's number 1 of 2. Let's shoot Scott a link to the stream so he knows that we're working on his and where he can watch. Alright, Scott has been notified. Let's get their name up on the screen and we can get started. That's an excited baby. You're excused. We don't need that power cable. We don't trust that power cable. We've never been given a reason not to trust the power cable. But we're not going to. First up, you know the drill. Let's check our symptoms with a known good power cable. Take a look at the power draw. Make sure we're not being bamboozled here. So, yep, indeed, we've got no response and a pretty typical 5 watts, 4 to 6 watts of power draw here at the wall according to the kilowatt. So that all points to the typical diode failure on the amplifier caused by a bad batch of those diodes. Let's take this apart and find out if we are correct again. Cheers. Room temperature. My favorite. Really brings out the flavors. Base check. Looks good, feels good, smells good. Oh, you. Yeah. Oh, you. Yeah. That thread locker, man, makes me nervous every time. I do not feel like extracting any screws today. Cheers. Come on, get you in the eyes. Only see blood when a ninja cries. Wanna kill me, then you better get Sasuke. Itachi! Mangekyou in the eyes! Only see blood when a ninja cries! Wanna kill me, then you better go Sasuke! Dead diode. Fuck the leaf Billy. What?
Just gotta stay for a second. She's laying on the floor.
But if you're here and I'm here, then who's driving the baby?
She's driving herself on the floor.
No.
She's okay. She's just wiggling around watching the TV. And back in. Usually, none new.
Would you like me to apply
No.
bug killer?
Bug killer.
You said your back was bugging out. Or is it is it a software bug? And then we need to file a bug report.
Please file a bug report. resolve the software bugs causing hardware issue.
Fixed won't resolve by design.
Defect
Or resolved won't fix.
key. Resolved won't fix.
Resolved won't fix by design.
No! Feature Nappa. No.
It's your back telling you something is wrong. Huh? This is the last one I'm gonna work on. Chill.
Say hi. Oh, it smells like maple syrup in here. We shouldn't go in there.
It's filtered. You're good.
If you can smell it.
If you can smell it.
It's in there.
If you can smell... That's correct. If you can smell it, then you are 100% ingesting those particles.
Yeah, I don't want her to...
Which means, whenever you take a... Hey, we got power! Give me that bass. Give me that bass. Bass. 13 millivolts of offset. Looking really good. Let's put this back together.
Bless you. How much can this baby eat? Bless you, little chill.
You're excused.
Get out of here.
Well, it wasn't me. You're the only other person here.
It wasn't me.
I'm not. Okay.
I'm
not dealing with this again.
Don't do this to me in front of my friends, Mom. You don't understand. It's not just a phase. Oh my God! If Lil Chell ever says that to us, I am gonna try so hard not to laugh at her.
If she ever says that, I'm just going to tell her, yes. I remember when I said that too, and then I passed that phase.
No, don't pull that card. That made me dislike.
No, I
parents.
know. Yeah.
But it will be hard not to laugh at her if she's just like, it's not a phase, Mom. I'd never tell her it was a phase in the first place.
I'm just going to tell her it is, but enjoy it while it lasts.
No, I'm just going to tell her to enjoy whatever she's doing. If she decides to change her mind, that's okay. Nothing lasts forever, you know?
Nothing!
Except a random style you picked up in 10th grade that you never put down since, and you've been wearing the same clothes for 15 years. You know what I mean?
And Minecraft Bedrock.
No, you don't want the Java edition?
No, the Bedrock's the... Okay. No, I don't want Java Edition.
No. Uh-oh. She's gurgling.
Autopilot mode disengaged. Alright, look, I know there's only 3 of you watching with us right now, but if you didn't know, the campaign is still live. 1 like on not just this live stream, but across any of my videos on this channel equals $1 to the Kids College Fund. So, and if she decides to not want to go to college, then we'll just get some ice cream every day until it's until there's no more. Or she can take that money and invest it or something. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what they want to do. What does Chell want to do with her life? What do you want to do with your life? I want to rock. What kind of man would desecrate a defenseless textbook? I want you to tell me. No, better yet, stand up and tell the entire class. What do you want to do with your life? Twisted Sister. Number 1 of 2 for Scott. Did we get it fixed? Yes, we did. Honka, honka, honka. Looks like somebody has parked their vehicle on the street and decided to let the neighborhood know. The mouse is unplugged. Damn, I can't point. Whatever. Let's see if this works.
I'm having trouble connecting to the internet.
Yeah?
I'm having trouble.
Aren't we all? Not I. I've got Ubiquiti U6 Enterprise access points now, and might I say, I am quite happy with them so far. You're excused.
I'm having trouble.
Looks like this one's all fixed up and ready to go, folks. So we're going to get Scott's second HomePod fixed up on tomorrow's live stream, along with a few others that showed up today. So if you have any questions on any of the repairs that we've done, doing your own repairs, or mailing it in to be repaired for you here on the channel, check out the website, nixfix.com, where I've got all the info that you're looking for.